Welcome to the 220 Windy City Show, baby. Week 16 is damn near done. No, this is not Halloween. I am your guest, Windy City, of the Windy City Show. Halloween was 2 months ago, fools. This is the first ever Black Monday edition of the Windy City Show. Why am I talking like Count Blackula? I don't know. I'm in character. I do look like Count Blackula, don't I? I got the cape. I got the Jerry curl. And I'm wearing all black. Count Blackula. Cause it's Black Monday. Who's getting fired on the first ever 220 Windy City Show Black Monday edition of the show? Nope. Let's get started. I got some feelings to hurt. I got some coaches to be fired. Let's see who's getting cut. I love the Undertaker theme song. It makes my day. Alright, folks. Welcome to the Windy City Show. Black Monday edition, like I said. It's me, myself, and I, Windy City, on this show alone. I'm going to fly through this bad boy. It's an excellent idea. It's one of the first times ever that we done had the Black Monday edition of the show. Why? Because Black Monday was yesterday. So today really is Black Tuesday. So let's get started. Basically, my opinion only. My opinion is the only one that count. Because I am on the show. Some cats are getting fired based on their production and their history. My thought is, the real life owners was coaching these 220 teams, who would get fired? And who will keep their jobs based on this season and based on last season? You know what I'm saying? Future past cycles could come into play. Reputation. But let's see. Let's go through the list. I'm about to get started right now. Why waste? Oh, this episode of the 220 Windy City Show Black Monday edition is sponsored by Wild Blue. Y'all gotta remember Wild Blue was brought to my attention about sometime early last year by Big Bums himself. He said, bro, try Wild Blue. It's the shiznick. You gotta try Wild Blue. So I tried Wild Blue and I put it in the cup. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon Tuesday morning. And my Chicago Bears beverage cup. Okay, y'all can buy one, $4.99. Let me take a sip. Wild Blue. It's the shiznick. Thanks, Big Bum. You good for something other than spamming. Being part of the Spam Brothers and you and DJ Rude. But that's a whole nother subject. You see how I threw that in, Rude? You see how I threw that in, dog? The Spam Brothers, I like that. Y'all, that's going to be y'all name forever. The Spam Brothers. Alright, y'all, let's get to it. Let's get to this hookup, man. Black Monday, y'all. We about to start in the NFC North. My division. Well, technically not my division. We can call it Cruel Division. Because he has won the last 2 years. But that's besides the point. Alright. Cruel Michael and the Detroit Lions. Any fire terminations in this city? No. They made the playoff. They have won the division 2 years in a row. They have made the playoffs 2 years in a row. So the head coach, offensive and defensive coordinator will stay in Detroit. The Vikings, new coach, Waffle House, took over, formerly known as DSGCG. Is he going to be able to hold on to his job? He finished third in the NFC North. For a new head coach, he did pretty well. He didn't know the team pretty well. So, of course, he's going to keep his job. He's going to keep his job. Offensive coordinator was solid. Defense was solid. He's going to keep his job. So, there's no axes there either. We about to go to the Packers. The champion killer. You know what I'm saying? He self-proclaimed champion killer. Alright, y'all. This is going to be. Yeah, he ain't made the playoffs in a long, long time in a galaxy far, far away. The evil empire himself. A lot of people might say he should lose his job. This is tough. The reason this is what's gonna happen. Plain and simple. Bill is gonna keep his job for another season. The organization is getting restless, but he has 4 wins that saved his job. He beat 4 previous champions and myself, the Lions. He beat Smiles and he beat somebody else. I forget, another champion, former champion, that saved his job. But he's damn near last in the league in offense and defense. So his offensive coordinator is fired. His defensive coordinator is fired. So Mr. Bill must find a new offensive and defensive coordinator. But he will keep his job for one more season. Alright, to your one and only Chicago Bears. This is very tough. I'm getting a lot of heat from the organization. I made the playoffs last season, and I missed the playoffs this season. They on my head. This is 2 straight seasons that I had a second half collapse. Not only have I had a second half collapse, this is 2 straight seasons that I have lost to the Green Bay Packers at least one time. And there's 2 straight seasons that have been swept by the Detroit Lions. Sorry, Cruel. I ain't wearing a damn Lions jersey. This is not a regular edition of the Windy City Show. So I will pop the jersey on the next official Windy City Show. And with that said, they want my head in Chicago. They saying, fool, Windy, you won 2 championships, but that was a long time ago, man. You on thin ice with us. So this is what's going to happen. Windy, you are going to hold your job. We are going to keep your offensive coordinator with the great Windy Coast offense, but your defensive coordinator shall be gone. So that's what they're doing to me. I am keeping my job for at least one more year. The Windy Coast offense is still in play, but my defense coordinator is now fired. I must find a new D coordinator. That's what's going on in Chicago right now. Let's move on. The G-Man, the NFC East. Okay? He missed the playoff for the 2nd straight year. Spam City, part 2 of the Spam Brothers. Odell Beckham, 114 catches. The next available best receiver on his team was only 28 catches? Are you effing sick? That alone should get DJ Rule fired for Black Monday. But DJ Rule made the playoffs 3 seasons ago on an asterisk season, but some may say. They have been showing improvement, and he is a good guy, and he do work at one of the great hip-hop magazines ever, and he do have history. So the Giants organization himself is saying, they're going to give Rule another shot, but his offensive and defensive coordinator is gone. It's simple as that. You can't have one player getting 114 catches and the next best player with 30 catches. That is Spam City and deserve to get fired on that. His defense coordinator, even though he runs aggressive 4-3 system, he refused to continue to take advice from Windy City. So that way, he will get fired. And more importantly, they finished like 27-28 in total defense. Okay? So that is why this offensive and defense coordinator for Rule is now gone. Let's move on to the boys. Hey, skip the boys. He had a great season. His job and his staff job is safe. The Skins, Humble. He hasn't made the playoffs in the last 3 cycles of 220 history. Our homeboy Humble has been playing Destiny like a hungry-ass kid drinking milk, if that makes sense. So, with the neglect of his team of playing Destiny, then the neglect of his team of only 1 season of the Humble Hulk Show, 1 episode, on the neglect of his team of just not giving a damn, Humble Hogs is fired. His staff will be gone. There will be a new Skins head coach. The offensive and defensive coordinator are now out of here. Humble, you're kicking the rocks, bro. Black money have struck you and your staff. The Redskin organization is not having any more failure. Philly, Uncle Terminator. Another below average season. Yeah, you have made the playoffs in the past. We know your true heart belongs with them G-men. You are terminally fired. Uncle Term, you out of there. Your head coaching career with the Philadelphia Eagles is out. I'm sorry, Uncle Term, but another year of finishing third in the NFC East have the Eagles organization is tired of. You're done. So the organization is gone. All right, let's move on to the AFC South. Panthers fired. Organization has got tired of the no stability with the coaching staff. Ewan Mefford can't come up with $20 for his PSN card, but I think that's a lame excuse. I think he's just tired. He's not interested anymore. So his coaching staff is not fired. We're looking for a new coaching staff in Carolina. All right, Falcons. Stone Cold fired. Offensive coordinator is gone. Defensive coordinator is gone. Stone Cold ain't made the playoffs in a long time. The Atlanta Falcons organization has termed him out. He deserved to get fired. A new head coach in Atlanta should be coming on Black Monday. Big Bums, part 1 of the Spam Brothers. Great year for Big Bums. He keeps his job as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach. Offensive coordinator stays, even though he's had a great offensive year. Defensive coordinator stays. So Big Bums is safe for another year and his staff. All right, let me take a drink of this Wild Blue. I'm thirsty. Alright, Saints, the defending champion. His staff stays. Why should they change? They the defending champions. So let's move on. Don't waste no time on the greatest player of all time, the GOAT. Smitty is the greatest player in the history of all of Madden. Smitty plays on a damn radio. He don't even have a TV when he plays Madden. He's so great. He's like Book of Eli, Denzel Washington. He can't even see the TV, and Smitty is so damn great. Smitty is so damn great. He's the greatest of all time. He plays with one hand, just like this, and he types with the other hand like this on a third and long. This is what he does. One hand and types. That's what Smitty does. And looking like this. That's Smitty. That's why he's greatest of all time. Alright, y'all. Move on to the NFC East. Niners, realest, 220's greatest of all time. Keeps his job. The staff keeps his job. Everything's gravy in Niners land. The Hawks in 6, same thing. He keeps his job. Everybody keeps their job. Everybody looking good in Hawks land. Sebring. Okay, this is going on Sebring. He keeps his job because he had a very great year on the Sebring level. His defense is probably one of the top 3 defenses in the league, which is excellent. So defensive coordinator keeps his job. He leads the league with like 50-something interceptions, which is excellent for Sebring. Great defensive player, great defensive team. But the problem is with Sebring, some news came about. The fool don't twitch. Okay? I'm throwing an alarm on it. He don't twitch. He refuses to twitch. He said F the twitching laws and the bylaws. Mr. Bill saying he's on the exempt list, but it's not on the board. It's not on the exempt list. So until we see his name on the exempt list, his TV production crew deserve to get fired. Simple as that. But Brink, offensive coordinator, is done. That's what's holding him back. He had one of the worst offenses in the league. So Brink keeps his job. His offensive coordinator is out. His defense coordinator stays. And his TV production department is gone for not twitching. Alright, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the NFC version of the Black Monday. Let's go into the AFC version of Black Monday. Let's see if one of y'all fools in the AFC get to keep their jobs. Let's move on. Ravens, 55. Everybody keeps their job. His staff is safe. Even though he might say he might have the worst offense and the worst defense of all time, 55, all modest man, fake modest man, is still going to keep his job. The Browns organization, everybody is fired. They fired for just being fired, man. They done. They had a terrible year. Brown organization has young talent everywhere, and they still continue to be at the bottom of the loophole. So the Browns organization is fired. Thomas, new coaching staff, done. All right, y'all. Bengals, they keep their job. Great year for the Bengals and everything. They've been very competitive. They knocked off 55. They in the playoff hunt. So the Bengals offense, defense, and the whole coaching staff keeps their job. Pittsburgh, asterisk year for Pittsburgh. Shane didn't have his PS3 for half the year, PS4 for half the year, so he keeps his job. He got a lot of young talent everywhere. So it's a asterisk year, so Shane gets to keep his job. The staff, too. All right, y'all. Let's go to the end. The might be probably the best conference, the best division in all of 220. The Pats, Giro. The Pats, all business. The whole staff keep their job. He has a top 10 offense, a top 10 defense, and he is out. How can the hell can you fire Al Nano himself? You can't fire Al Nano. You can't do it. All right, let's move on. Bills, Giro. Down year for Giro, but he's making a strong comeback. His offense, he keeps his job, of course. Offensive defense coordinator. Staff, as he please, he gets to keep their job. So Giro, he had to dominate the AFC East all these years. There's no way you fire him after one subpar year, and he still might make the playoffs. All right, we're going to go into the Jets. Gangsta E, he keeps his job. The staff keeps their job. He's having a great, excellent year. So thumbs up to the Jets and Gangsta E. All right, Zonka, the Canadian with the Dolphins, he's fired. The whole staff is gone. Sorry, Canadian. Years of not making the playoffs. Years of offensive and mediocrity with offensive defensively. You have talent on that team. Zonka, you are a victim of Black Monday. I am sorry about that, but the whole staff, the Dolphins organizations are ready to start over. All right. Let's go to the East. Oakland Raiders. Whew. This is two subpar rebuilding years for Epidemic. He is on thin ice. Okay? Basically, what Al Davis Jr. basically said is, Epidemic, you have a good history. You're a good head coach. You can keep your job for one more damn year. But your offense coordinator is now gone. I know they don't like the direction David Carr is going. So, the offense coordinator for Oakland is out of here. And they're going to keep his defensive coordinator. But he had to bribe him to keep the defensive coordinator. So, basically, Epidemic gets one more year. But the offense coordinator is in the garbage. Victim of Black Monday. Alright. We going into the Chiefs land. He is safe. His staff is safe. But they must fire offensive coordinator. As simple as that. He had the defending champion from last year. Still got, he's still pretty good. Obviously, it's been a tank year for him. A down year. But they told him a new offense will be coming, so they must fire the offense coordinator. So, Smiles, your staff stays, everybody but the old coordinator. So, you got to make adjustments and bring a new offense in Kansas City. Broncos, Webby's keeping the job. Great offense, great defense, great talent overall. He managed the talent very well. Out of all the controversy in the world, Webby keeps his job. The staff keeps their job. And rumor is, Webby could be headed to Jacksonville. So we'll see about that. Alright. The next on the line, we took care of the Chiefs. We took care of the Broncos. We took care of Oakland. And now let's move to San Diego. Pound of Rock, you fired, man. All these years of not making the playoffs, of being respected. Yeah, you are very respected head coach. You put your giant games in, but the organization don't like the way they want to go in a younger direction. Pound of Rock. The organization don't like the way you have disconnected games in the past this year. You set the NFL record for false starts and game delays and just game disconnecting and just everything, man. Time clock violations. You know what I'm saying? So the San Diego Chiefs Chargers organization is firing Pound of Rock. The offensive, defensive, and the whole staff will be gone. So San Diego will be under new management, coach staff next season. Sorry, Pound of Rock. Maybe you can get a job in Jacksonville or somebody. All right, finally, let's go to the AFC South. AFC South, Houston Texans. Tim Johnson doing a great job with a very talented team. His staff gets to keep his job. All right, Indy Colts, Anthony 50. They gave him an ultimatum. He had his best year yet. He gets to keep his job. They say, how did Anthony 50 get to keep his job and he might not make the playoffs? Because he's showing progress. The Colts are a loyal organization. He stepped up to the plate. Even though he might be out of playoffs, he still had his first win of the season in a long time. Anthony 50 gets to keep his job. The Jacksonville Jags, this is going on in Jacksonville. Offensive coordinator's done. They gone. They finished last in the league in both offense and defense. Coach OBL is damn near done because they feel that he got his man on a job opening in Carolina. They feel that he did a good job in rebuilding his team, and they damn near this close to the firing his butt. Now the only thing that could save OBL if Mr. Bill himself gives OBL his home team to Carolina Panthers, which I think I endorse that move. Please, Mr. Bill, send OBL to the NFC South. He deserves it for taking on the Jags. OBL is a good owner. I endorse that move, but you are the commissioner. Okay? So, OBL, if you keep the Jags, you got one more year, man. But you got to get a new offensive defense coordinator. That's all it's about. Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs, you know you my homeboy from another planet. But the Tennessee organization has had to fire you, man. You are gone, Mr. Biggs. Your offensive coordinator is gone. Your defensive coordinator is gone. And you as a head coach is X'd out. You want to know why? This is what the 220 Tennessee Titans are saying. You putting so much attention on the MML, the Great NW Saint League, which is much props to NW. Standing ovations, my homeboy NW. You have won back-to-back champion? Are you telling me, Mr. Biggs, you are a back-to-back champion in the MML and you cannot even make the playoffs in the NFC in your own division in the 220 for the second straight year, Mr. Biggs? Organization of the 220 organization, the Tennessee Titans don't like that, man. So there will be a new Tennessee Titans head coach on Black Monday. Mr. Biggs, you X'd out. You are back-to-back champions in MML, and you cannot make the playoffs in the 220. There's something wrong with that picture, Mr. Biggs. So you will be terminated, and your job is done as a Tennessee Titans 220 league. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. That's it, man. Quick and nice and simple. I'm out there. Hope y'all enjoyed the Black Monday of the 220, the first ever Windy City Show Black Monday. Hope y'all enjoyed it. For y'all coaches who got X'd out, y'all better believe and thank the Madden gods that this is not real, because you still have your jobs. Y'all need to step y'all game up, or y'all be a victim of 220 Black Monday. Thank everybody for tuning in on the Windy City Show. Hopefully we can get a playoff edition soon. Y'all take care. Windy City Show is out. Too many quarters, too many quarters, too many quarters, too many quarters, too many quarters.